everybody, right? Killed it at Passover last week, man. Jeez. How you guys doing? You guys all right? Yeah, my name's Ethan Howard. This show's called Super Famous. I'm clearly not, you know? Like, my biggest credit is teaching Honey Boo Boo how to do stand-up comedy on her reality show. That really happened. That is a YouTubeable thing. It was a disaster, man. She was terrible. Like, I'm still at a point in my career when I get brought up on stage, they get my name wrong. Like, I've been called Ian, and Alex, and Evan, and Emma, and Ella, and Gary. Like, they never Ethan, you know. I'm from LA. I was a kid in Los Angeles, and so that means I had an agent, and I went out on auditions, and I never heard back, but I kept on persisting. That's the key, right? And so I decided that I was going to audition for my high school play, which was Romeo and Juliet. Now, I don't know how many of you know about Shakespeare and how it goes, but they speak in a language in the cadence called iambic pentameter. It's throughout every single thing. It's just the way he wrote. So here's the thing. Everybody that was auditioning took a class on how to speak iambic pentameter, except for me, because I was that good. So I go to the first audition, and I crushed it. And I went to the second audition, and I nailed it. And I went to the third audition, and I was like, you guys should just give me a Tony right now. Like, that's what we're working with, And later that day, our teacher, he posted the cast list, and we all ran over to check it, and playing Romeo, it was not Ethan Howard. I get it. I'm a freshman. They gave it to a senior. There's priority. I'm going down a little bit. Playing a minor character, still not Ethan Howard. It's concerning. I'm looking for my name. This is true. All the way at the bottom, playing the role of exterior background. Evan Howard. I played the grass. That is true. My role for 2 hours was to wear all green, sit there like this, and watch Romeo and Juliet fall in love, then kill themselves. But I'm a dedicated actor, I commit to my roles. So I slept in the park for a week. I had to become one with the grass, be the blade. So I was trying to figure out what can I do during the show to make it more realistic, so every once in a while I put in this breeze. It was a windy day out in Verona, man. No, playing the grass, that's a terrible gig, dude. That's worse than Honey Boo Boo, 100%. No, I don't know if any of you did those shows growing up, those plays or recitals, but afterwards your parents would bring you flowers, right? Or maybe you have kids, you bring your kids flowers. So after the first show, I walk out, and I'm in my all green, and there's my dad. And my dad, that's not a laugh line, but thanks, man, yeah, he loves me, well, kind of, but no, he's holding a bouquet, and it really warmed my heart, and I go, thank you so much for the flowers, Dad, and my father looks at me and goes, these aren't for you, they're for your costume, you didn't look realistic enough, go put them on. And you're like, come on, man, but honestly, once I put those on, oh shit, I look so much more realistic. I became the star of the show, man. Oh yeah, I played the grass, that's terrible. Nothing better than that, I do love my parents, they're good, they treated me well, they treated me how to, taught me how to raise a woman right. Today marks the 3-year anniversary of losing my virginity. Thank you for your applause. Yeah, it wasn't good, it wasn't fun, because when you think about losing your virginity, you think it's gonna be romantic, you think it's gonna be sensual, like there's candles lit. Maybe some Michael Bublé, some Sinatra, some Celine Dion if you're frisky, I let the girl choose. She put on Cotton Eye Joe, which just sucks. Like, that's the worst song. But then you hear that beat for Cotton Eye Joe, and you're like, this is a bumping beat, You can do a lot with that, man. Oh, Cotton Eye Joe, what a terrible. Great in the moment, looking back, horrible, so bad, So we do the deed. And she goes to the bathroom, which I learned girls do that day, Like, how was I supposed to know? I was a rookie, And she goes to the bathroom, and I get a FaceTime call from my dad. And I'm close with my dad, so I answer. Shouldn't have answered, And before I say anything, my dad looks at me and he goes, where's your shirt? Whose room is that? And did you just have sex? He was like a detective. It was real time, Like, how'd you do that, man? It's pretty obvious. I'm sweating like a dog out here, And I don't know how to answer. I'm 18, right? How do you say that to your father who told you didn't look realistic earlier, So I didn't know what to say. So as the girl walked out of the bathroom, I just flipped the phone and put it on her. And I was like, smile! And they had a conversation. Like, how was he? Was he big? Like his father, No. But, oh jeez, so I put the phone. No, my dad looks at her and he goes, whoa, looks like I'm not the only Howard that got lucky tonight and put his phone on. There was a girl next to him. It wasn't my mother. That is a terrible way to learn your parents are divorced, you know? No, their divorce was so much worse than that. Yeah, no, when I was 14, this is all true. I came home from school one day from baseball practice, and there was a U-Haul sitting in my driveway. And my dad just looks at me and he goes, get in, you know? He was, yeah. He was divorced parents? No? Oh, you don't get it then, man. You gotta laugh. No, he goes, get in. And he was clearly upset, and we just started driving, right? He pulled out, no music, no anything, so I turned the radio on. Cotton Eye Joe was playing. How fucking crazy, right? Like, you know how funny of a juxtaposition it is to watch your upset dad drive and then just slowly start fist pumping? Like, he really got into the beat. He was so mad, you know? I had no reason, I had no clue why. And then we pull onto this street, and he parks in the middle of the road, and we park on Althea Avenue, and my father looks at me, and he puts his arm on me, and he goes, son, your mother and I are through. And he goes, that's my house. And that's her house. They moved right across the street from each other. Like, and you know, I was 14, I thought they did it for me and my sister, you know, we were starting high school, I thought they were gonna help me kind of become a person, right, turn into the man I am. No, that's not why. I asked my mom the other day, she told me they moved across the street, so they only had to hire one U-Haul company. Like, strictly financial decision right there, you know, like, so, you know, all that time, I always thought it was a complete lie, but, I love them anyways. They take care of me. You know, where was I going with that? That's pretty much it, I guess. My parents divorced, you know, and that's why I'm here, I guess, because I can't afford therapy, you know. No, my parents treated me well. They raised me well. They raised me very liberal. Any liberals here? Yeah, that was a delay, guys. I don't really like. You didn't laugh, but that makes sense. You look like a lumberjack retired, you know. You look like you know how to vote Trump. Did you? No, good answer. It's Upper Westside, right? We gotta be liberals here. No, growing up, I was 9 when Obama got elected. It's, you know, and I loved Obama because I was a kid. I grew up with him, you know. He was really suave and he was fun. And the one thing he always did that really bugged me is that Obama would talk really slowly and put these awkward pauses in his sentences. It just didn't click, right? He'd come up on stage and he'd go, my name is Barack Obama. And that pause just never, like, he's a Harvard grad, you know? He should be able to speak better than that, but whatever. So I was thinking he was a great president, you know, he wrote a book, that was great. I listened to the audio book, way too long, but that's a whole other thing. You know, he was a good father. What's something Obama would be bad at? And I realized Obama would be the worst GPS voice ever. He just talks way too slow, you know? Think about it, you put it where you want to go. I know you don't have a car, but use your imagination. You start, right? You put it where you want to go, Waze, Google Maps, whatever. You start driving, you hit go. Thank you for choosing me to be your driving voice. Let's go. And you start driving, right? You're going. At the next light. Turn you missed it. Recount your lady, and you never get where you need to go, man. Obama, dude, like, he's a good president, I guess, but, you know, way too fucking long. I'll do one more and get out of here. You guys, we already talked about Trump. You like him, but, you know, the rest of y'all don't, so. I never got it, man. I was in high school when Trump got elected, and like I said, I come from a liberal area in LA. To me, like, I was trying to figure out how he got elected. I couldn't vote, you know, it was your guys' fault. And to me, Trump just seems like a really shitty QVC ad. Like, that's what I picture, and he just sold all you suckers, you know? Like, remember when he introduced the wall? He came out on stage, it was all gold, there was a giant American flag. He walks up with his fake hair and his big belly, and he goes, okay, nation, we're gonna build a wall. And everybody was like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? And he goes, but wait, if you go now and act fast, we're gonna make Mexico pay for it. And everybody was like, oh shit, he's right! And then in a little voice, it was just pay shipping and handling, which is taxes, but it's the free stuff that matters to us in America. All right, I'm Evan Howard, thanks guys.